Welcome back to the early edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show. This is your hockey coach guru, Coach FRENCHY, directly from the Montreal Canadiens locker room. Wait a minute, Coach. It's not 9 p.m. Where are you? What's going on? Yes, obviously, our co-host Michael Devillano has to be at the Everett Silver Stick testing the player for the physicality, everything like that. So he's right now in over there and with the team. So we're going to miss him deeply this morning. I can't wait to see him the next show, maybe tomorrow morning. We'll see. We're going to have a couple of hints from him on the WHL and what his expectation for the team, for the Everett Silver Stick for the upcoming season. And also about the junior. A lot of team right now in the QM, Quebec Major Hockey League, and also the Ontario Hockey League are back right now on the training camp. I'm going to have a couple of coaches around the league, and QM are going to join us the morning or evening talking about their team and also about what's coming. And then for me, I love those kind of the leagues because that's what we follow the prospect, right? Some of them are already drafted by the NHL team, or some of them are going to be in the draft 2022. We talk about, example, Shane Wright, and also we talk about Connor Bedard, the exceptional players is going to play in the WHL for the upcoming season. And of course, we're going to follow the USHL. And then talking about what is coming and what is already start, the training camp, the KHL start. The KHL started their game yesterday, the first game of the season under Sergei Fedorov, the head coach. They lost yesterday. And we're going to follow the KHL at some point, give you a couple of, hand, everything like that, what's going on with that league overall. So that's what's happening around this. And again, this what a little bit like, I'm going to give you an insight what life is all about sometime. And this reflect as an athlete. Remember when you have you make the roster team, you're on the roster, but they put you on the out of the roster. They put you in the stand because you're not ready to play, everything like that, and you may be missing experience, whatever is the excuse. You're not play tonight because of this. But then during the game, one of the players, your teammate, got injured, and now the next day you have to play. But I always said to the players, you have to take a chance to be ready already before they call you up. Prepare yourself already because you never know what the opportunity happen. You never know this opportunity is going again happening. So my point to you this morning is about, I know about 15 minutes ago, Michael said, hey, I cannot make the show this morning. I have something to do, everything like that. So imagine if I was not ready. Imagine if I have like nothing I did not know, and then I have a sense of panic because, oh my God, what I'm going to do, and everything like that. But when you believe of yourself, you have that kind of confidence, you say, hey, go, that's all right, no big deal, Michael. Do your own stuff. I'm going to show up, and I'm going to helping you, support, So that's my point here. So sometime in life, everything change, and you have to be ready those time or, adversity challenge could happen to you. You have to be ready. So sometimes we say, oh, I don't want to do it because it's never going to happen. But you never know. And what that challenge happening, you have to step up. And that's what the purpose when we talk to the hockey player or any athletes, it's to prepare them mentally with mindset. It's what is happening already. And not to waiting, said, or I will give another example. The player does not like the practice. They hate the practice. The youth travel, the kids at 14, 15, 12, 13, they just want to play the game. But what they forgot is your practice is that make you better. If you don't enjoy the process of loving the practice, you're going to miss it. Because when the game starts Saturday at 3 p.m., it's like you turn the switch on. And now let's go play hockey. No, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's what the switch is on. The Saturday is just enjoy what you learn during the practice. That's it. And when you lose, you never lose. You learn from that loss. How are we going to get better next Saturday? Go back on the board and let's go back on the X and O. Let's go back what we're missing. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And that's where, if you love the process, that's where you're going to become more loving what you do with passion and with dedication. This morning in the clubhouse, we talk about consistency. And honestly, the consistency with your dedication or passion you have inside of you make you to have to show up every day. If not going to show up every day, you're not going to have that kind of consistency with passion. So my point to you is a little bit of mindset. I apologize. I'm not about hockey right now, but I just give you an idea what you should do in life is everything on that. So hopefully you guys, you're right there here. Hopefully you have an amazing, great day so far. Thursday. What is Thursday, Coach? First of all, it's a thankful day. I don't know where you're at in your life. I don't know if it's good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are around the world, one thing we want to remind you, one more thing. Of course, you have greatness inside of you. So my point to you today for to be thankfully, take a time, maybe a 15 second. Think about how thankful you are about something. Maybe a friend, a member of your family, maybe your job, maybe is your passion you have, or what you do every single day, or your health. Everything like that, it takes 15 seconds to think about, to be thankful and grateful. I think sometimes that changes your mindset, because the mindset is the choice. The perspective in life is what you see by your lens of what you have. And is it the right or the wrong? It's up to you. So anyway, welcome aboard, everybody. Thanks for being there. First of all, we welcome everybody. We're going to go keep simple. We know the morning is not like the evening. We have more people the evening. But at the end of the day, it's not about the number. It's about the quality. And we got the quality every single morning because we have our best friends directly from Finland, the #1 fans of the Hockey Nation Live Show. Welcome, Mr. Not only we call him Moi because we learned to speak Finland. I don't know what kind of language it is, but more to Mr. Jarmo Virtanen. I don't know, Jarmo, you can confirm, is it done, the deal with Virtanen play with in KHL? I don't know if you follow the news over there. I did not follow up with that part, but can you confirm, or do you know what's going on with Virtanen? To be with you, if you can a bit. Oh, the #1, another one, love the New Jersey Devils. He's back in the house also, Mr. Joseph Ferreira. By the way, Joseph Ferreira, I'm sure you're excited because your NFL team look like you love the New England Patriots. They are starting in the next 2 weekend. So I wish you an amazing, great year. We know since Brady left, the New England never been the same team. We know the situation with the quarterbacks. I think they remove Cam Newton or something like that. I don't know football a lot, but I just, cross the news, everything like that. But hopefully you're doing well. Welcome back directly from Montreal, dans la belle province de Québec, Mr. Chainsaw Man. Talking about all around the world, talking about the Finland, we cannot miss him. He's show up the morning. Talking about consistency a couple of minutes ago. He show up the evening. Whatsoever we have a show, he show up. The men of the Sweden, the only fans from Sweden in the show. So far, Mr. Stefan Manberg. What time do you open the, Stefan, I have a question for you. What time do you open your restaurant sport bar? Because right now, guys, Jarmo and Stefan is about what? 5 o'clock? 6 maybe? No, 4, 3, something like that. Anyway, I'm a part-time firefighter in a small town. It's my life. Be ready. Here we go, Chainsaw Man. It's awesome. This is a very admirable profession. That's for your service. That's great and nice to see that, Mr. Tap. It's just you guys. You you don't know. You don't know how I so grateful I didn't have no clue when I started this YouTube channel with Michael at the beginning, what this turnaround, what it was going to be. But at the end of the day, it's a friendship we have between each one of us. Not, I'm at the one of the screen right now. But at the end of the day, it's not about me. So each one of you bring that kind of friendship and the relationship and helping each other and welcome everybody and say hi. It's getting better and better and bigger and bigger. And that's the beauty of what we do every single day. So thanks you guys to be there. Mr. Dan Asham, directly from Winnipeg, Manitoba, back in the house this morning. Very high quality. Not confirmed by rumor in Verdenin. He will play in SSQ because of a big club in Russia. Yes, the SSK. I think that's the one with Mr. Sergei Fedorov, if I can remember. And 1 hour, the KHL start finish team play. What's the name of the team over there, by the way, Yamo? Johnny Golden from Moncton. Welcome back from New Brunswick. KK Saga day 6. I thought with day 5. Tomorrow day 6. Saturday day 7. No, I could be wrong. But yeah, KK day 5. You guys, you don't know how I'm swinging. We're going to talk about this in the next couple of minutes, right? I'm going to talk about KK the next about 10 minutes max. And I'm going to tell you why Montreal fell. And I will tell you why they fell with KK. And you're going to have my advice about this. So it'll be interesting to talk about this. Fedorov is on Moscow TSK, the second big club. Here we go. Thank you so much. Appreciate it a lot. Awesome. Georgi Helsinki and the Finland KHL team. Good team. Many players play on the national team to like Big Marco and Tila. That's pretty neat. That's something I need to check about this. Just Georgi Helsinki. That's neat. And you guys, you play in the Finland Hockey League, right? Is it Liga, Liga, or something like that? I believe. I'm getting there. Jeremy means Joker. That'd be a good name we can give to the Carolina Hurricanes, by the way. I think that would be good to put that one there. So what's going on around the league today? We heard earlier at 10 o'clock. Yes, Finnish Liga. Here we go. I met the assistant coach like 2 years ago. Red White Avs scrimmage at the Bell Center, September 26. Yeah, at $10 the tickets. That's a promotion they do every single year. That one over there. That's the time they have the scrimmage. Like, in September, guys, I'm not going to be all the time here with Michael in the morning. Why, coach? Because I'm going to be at the Panthers scrimmage. For the rookie camp one time at least. And then I'm going to go back to the practice for the team when they do the scrimmage. And I'm going to be live from there. So Michael's going to open up the show at 11 o'clock. And then I'm going to talk with you guys directly live for the practice for the Panthers. Give you a little bit the insight of what's going on inside the, how we do a scrimmage, or how the NHL do all kind of stuff like that. So I'm going to be live about that. Maybe a chance to interview some people if I can. It would be interesting. This will be a first time we do that. So who knows? On Friday, Saturday, open at 1 o'clock to 1, a 12-hour shift. Farabee signs $5 million. You know what? I hate this, guys. I don't hate this because I never hate anything. But every time I go live like this, they have a news happening at 10:30 or 11 o'clock. Just before I come here, right? They have a news. That's crazy. So, and I tried to stop by here to give you a little bit more information before they start, right? So, they'll be interesting about that one over there. By the way, Kuznetsov, the right wing spot, second line over there. I have the lineup of the team over there, the CKA and the KHL, but unfortunately their name is in Russia, so I cannot help you about that one over there, to be honest with you. I want to give you Joel Farabi signed a 6-year contract extension. OMG. $5 million. So that's done deal, confirmed, just happening right now in NHL. So I'm not going, so I just want to sharing with you. I just got the news online there. Hello, my coach. Hello, Michael Rosenblatt. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. We love likes. We love likes. We love each one of you. Thanks to be a part of the show. No school today. No school today. Why no school today? Michael, why no school? By the way, we know about the people in Louisiana lost a lot of, the power. It's hot and the people struggle after the hurricanes. But what about yesterday? Wow. Did you see what happening in New York City yesterday between 10 p.m. until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning? Unbelievable. The water, everything like that. Over 9 people died. Michael Develenu lost his condominium apartment in Brooklyn. The Queen was completely full of water. They stopped the subway. The people were sleeping everywhere. Very bad situation in New York State. So the prayer and our thought about those people over there. It's crazy when you see. I came back for the rink at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was watching the news and see all everything like that. And then this morning, when I came back from the gym, the water is gone. It's like blue sky, nothing happening. Other the fact, it's crazy to see this. So very relaxed about that one over there. Yes, sir, Johnny, about that. We're going to talk about this in the next couple of minutes. Is there be any fantasy contest on the initial start for the Asia? Yes, Yamo. You did not sign up yet because you're not there tonight, right? Yes, we have this one over there. I don't know if someone can get it. It's called a PSD day. It's a personal study day. I got 2 classes. It's a free period, and so I didn't have to go. Awesome, Michael. Congratulations. Better to not go to school and stay with the Hockey Nation show. No, I never said that. I never said no, go to school. Never said. Coach never said this. Just kidding, buddy. I just want to mention that about that one over there. Talking about the fantasy hockey and talking about this. Michael Rosenblatt, you're going to get a text from me right now. And can you put this in the chat? I don't know if I have you here. Michael, can you text me? For some reason, I cannot find you. Text me, I will put the chat after that. Anyhow, or someone have no, coach, I agree. I will sign up for a course. Yeah, we are missing. Where is Michael? Michael is at the Silver Stick Everett Stick training camp this morning. He does all the tests, everything like that. Coach, when other fantasy should get a free membership for the channel? Absolutely right about that. You're going to win the FRENCHY Cup Fantasy Land Hockey, and you're going to be a member for 1 year, full year. What about that? Right? Hopefully you enjoy all the email. I just sent the email to all the membership this morning. We talk about prospect team number 29 and 28, the Washington Capitals and the Boston Bruins. And everybody got that email this morning. So what happening there, guys? I have the news. The news of the day. This is the Hockey Talk Never Stop, the Power Play Show. That's the new marketing. We promote this one now around everything that. Do we see an announcement from Montreal today? I'm thinking I will be tomorrow. It could be until Saturday, to be honest with you. Who knows what Marc Bergevin did. I think right now they're looking to figure out what they have to do, what they need to do, honestly. I don't know if they will happen, but I think, that'll be something they have to figure out for sure. So this is the new campaign for the year number 2, Hockey Talk Never Stop with the Power Play Show. I think it's pretty cool to see that. We shoot this presentation the evening, but Mike is not there, so I have to figure out some other thing we can talk this morning. And we have 40 days, guys, 40 days before the puck drop. And today we talk about ex-Montreal Canadiens player and play with the Vancouver Canucks. And I coached him when he was 12 years old, Maxime Lapierre, directly for Repentigny Montreal. And of course, Henrik Zetterberg, player for the Detroit Red Wings. So I'm sure Stefan Member is proud to see Zetterberg. And Robin Lehner, another goaltender, played during that time wearing number 40 with the New York Islanders. Now is with the Vegas Golden Knight. And of course, he represents the number 90, number 90. So that's where he are right now at that moment over there. There we go. We got that one over there. So Yamo, don't go nowhere. Michael Rosenblatt is going to put the link of the chat right now. You're going to get, everybody want to participate to the Hockey Nation live show, the ESPN Fantasy Hockey. Don't forget to join us. The link will be in the chat by Michael Rosenblatt in the next couple of minutes. So it's going to be there. So you can join that. Everything like that you can see. We have a link over there. And also, we have a new content. We create a fantasy hockey. I try to be more consistency with that part. So it's going to be 2 times per week. We're going to talk about a fantasy hockey. The slipper or the player you should pick the first 3 rounds, something like that. And it's coming with a couple of videos we're going to create about this. So I just want to share it with you about this one. Can you imagine with Barkov and Eggblad we have to sign for the Panthers? Yes, sir. About that, did the link work? Yes, sir. It works. Should work, Michael. Try it, see it, and we'll see. Here we go. Like Johnny Golden, you guys, you follow all the news around the league. I love it. And thanks you update in our tab and Johnny Golden and everybody else about it. I don't see any link. It's because Michael Rosenblatt, he's supposed to put this there. For now, no more at 7,500. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They don't get it. Anyway, not be there. He's going to have 7,500 in the building and 35,000 outside the building. The Buffalo Sabres guys signed today a Casey Mittelstadt, the forward, to a 3-year contract at an average annual of $2.5 million. The team announced Thursday. Mittelstadt, at 22 years old, coming off to the most productive stretch his young career under the coach Don Granato. He held 9 goals and 17 points over the last final 22 game last season. He really stepped up at the second part of the season. Casey Mittelstadt. Remember, we were in Chicago, me and Michael, and we looked each other when the Minnesota Wild, when the Buffalo Sabres picked him up at the 8th overall pick in 2017. Said, what? Mittelstadt? Because Casey Mittelstadt guy, it was at high school. One was the best hockey player, played for high school, Minnesota State. He refused to go in the USHL. And he wanted to stay at the high school. The Minnesota high school guy is one of the best hockey that level. And we were shocked he got drafted the first round at that level. And he never been produced at the point what his expectations are. So my point to you said, and now he reflect a little bit what Kotkaniemi. That's the story Kotkaniemi is coming right now is this part. Mittelstadt is 17 when he got drafted at 2017. And then Kotkaniemi 2018. Both of them grow on different way. Kotkaniemi took the road to come right away. Mittelstadt, he did not do the same way. He went to the high school again. Then after that, he back on the American Hockey League. And then he came for the Buffalo Sabres. 2 different path, 2 different result, 2 different outcome. And what you talk about, coach, because I'm going to talk about a little bit what's happening. Michael, you have 40 days to send the link. No, I'm sending the link. I sent to the chat, Yamo. Wow, 20 team already in the hockey pool. No link. Here's what's happening. I sent it. Yeah, I don't see the link. I don't see the link too. I don't see the link, Michael. If not Yamo, I will send it to you by Yamo. Yamo. Hold on, guys. Time out. Coach can do something better. Yamo, check your Twitter. And then if you get the Twitter, check this on the site. Maybe me and Steven cannot see because it's Europe. No, I don't see it in the chat too. So I don't know, be honest with you. And then, everybody happening yesterday also. We talked about this last night. Colton Parayko signed an 8-year at $6.5 million, $52 million. This is a little bit strange for me for 8 years. He's still a number 3 defenseman for me. Barely a number 2 at 6.5, a little high, 8 years. Underrated a little bit also, but never been an offensive player. You're welcome, Yamo. Maybe sharing the chat would be great. If not, if you have 20 players, the league is already full. We're going to start a second league about that one over there. Don't worry about that. Wow, 20 teams already in the league, in the hockey pool. We're going to figure out. Main girl hockey in the house. Welcome aboard. So that's what happening yesterday also. If you know about what happening also, those signatures for all the Islanders, the one that is missing is Parise. And Parise is going to be back, sign a contract. I don't know how much he will get. Is it $1.5 million? It would be interesting about that one over there. So, Coach, what are you doing during those days? I study. And I try to understand Yamo. I try to understand the Kotkaniemi. Anthony Manzano back in the house. Don't forget to click on the likes. Welcome, everybody. So, what I did, guys, is Kotkaniemi. So, what are you talking about, Coach? So, what I study is more about, okay, why Kotkaniemi is what easy right now? What happening there? Why Montreal have a difficult time to develop their players? Why they don't do, and why is happening to Kotkaniemi? And is it Kotkaniemi problem? Is it Marc Bergevin problem? Is it the Montreal organization development problem? So I was curious about that. And then I start to decide about Stefan, if you have a Twitter, reach me, Twitter, code FRENCHY10X, and I will send it to a link a little bit later. It's just like I'm not on YouTube channel to provide the group, but hold on, guys. Coach, you have 3 computers at the same time. I just try to helping everybody. Try to get there. We'll see if I can do this, guy. Be with me. During time, guys, ask question. It's a great morning when I'll ask question. I'm getting there. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. See what happened. I just get it. Coach, do you think certain players tend to struggle adjusting to the physicality and mental aspect is because they need to be placed in a specific type of system and similar talent? Great question, first of all, Anthony. Great about that. You're absolutely right. So that's friend voice. You have friend players coming with their kind of maturity at young age, old thing. The position is different also. A goaltender, it takes a little bit longer. A defenseman would be a little bit longer. A forward would be quicker. Then after that, you have the maturity of the player, how you become a professional, everything like that. And then after that, you have also the system of the team. how the team works and what they plan everything like that, and team development everything like that. That would bring the point to Kotkaniemi, what I was trying to explain a bit earlier. I believe the Montreal Canadiens, it's easy to talk like this 3 years later, but I think the Montreal Canadiens pushed a little bit too much. How many training camp team play, Yamo? It's about 4 to 6. And then that's not including the scrimmage between players, right? The training camp change with time. The players are not, they are already ready when they go into training camp, anything like that. You know, those 2 weeks training camp with no practice, no scrimmage, and no game. Now they go like a scrimmage, 2 days, 3 days, white and red or whatever the color, the jersey team. And then after that, they jump right away and they play exhibition game. We're going to, at the beginning, Group A, Group B on the team. Some players don't travel. Some players can travel. They have an exception or some rules in the NHLPA. A player cannot play back-to-back. A veteran player, you have something like that. But usually they play about 4 to 6 games. That's what normally happening before they start the season. That's a part of that part. So hopefully that goes. Coach Lafleur spent 2 years on the bench. His feeling was not hurt like KK. He worked hard as a pro to merit more ice time. That's the discussion open up about Kotkaniemi, about the situation, about Lafleur. Now, the time a Lafleur show up is 50 years ago, right? Or 40 years ago. And now we talk about it's not the same situation anymore. Guy Lafleur, when he showed up in the Montreal Canadiens, he showed up with a team was not struggle. It was an amazing, great team. The position of right wing, at that time, Guy Lafleur showed up, it was really strong with Yvan Cournoyer and other players. What happening is this part, guys. Kotkaniemi could push on the situation he cannot win. So the Montreal are looking for the center, a big center. They thought Kotkaniemi is going to pick him and put him right away inside the lineup and go there. And sometimes the Montreal struggle because they push too hard and too quick. It's easy to say that the Kotkaniemi, it's different. A lot of players at that age are 18, guys. Other the fact it's not McDavid, all right? It's not it's Frank McKinnon, everything like that. But I'm talking average, like how they don't put Ao right away as a center. They put him on the winger, right? And I think because the rush to find a center, Montreal bring him too young, at too young age. And they have a struggle with that part over there. And they reverse. They bring him at the first year, did pretty good, and then they send him back in American Hockey League. Imagine if he start at the Finland at 18 years old. Or he go to American Hockey League a full year. You have another player did the same way. Jesus, I not remember. They talk about this morning, where he passed 1 full year in American Hockey League. Oh, Martin Necas. Martin Necas for the Carolina Hurricane guy is a center. He's a center. The first year he came in America, he played in American Hockey League full year. Then after that, they gave him a chance. They put him on the winger. And then they let him play. They let him play. And one comment they said is this part about the Carolina Hurricanes. They said, Shevnikov said this. I signed for 8 years because we have fun here. We have fun in Carolina, and also we win. That's the reason he said the 8 years why he signed a contract. He have having fun and winning. And they let him play. That's the problem with the Montreal Canadiens. That's the problem they got, the personal development players, everything like that. So they don't give a chance to the player to show their skill and talent. And that's what I think the Montreal Canadiens, because the rush to find that center and at that young age, put that kid like Kotkaniemi had no chance to perform. And the pressure you have in Montreal, Martin Necas guy in Carolina, or any player in Carolina can cross the street and nobody tell hi. They can go everywhere in Carolina. Nobody recognizes those kind of players. In Montreal, every time you walk, someone will stop you. It's a different area. And I think it's harder at young age. Guillaume Latendresse, guys, was not easy. When I spoke to him a couple of times, he was telling me how it was difficult in Montreal. Because he said, everywhere I would go, people would tell me, you have a bad game. You did not do it. The expectation was too hard. People was amazing. They thought he was another Guy Lafleur when they draft him. So it's not easy in Montreal, guys. Anthony, coach, because for me, I think guys like Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby, Alexander can be successful no matter what December to Gary. Of course, Anthony, you talk about the exception, the greatness, right? That's easy for them. That's what they have a superior talent. On the flip side, they are not born with that kind of talent, what they become. They have to practice. They have to study. They have to be every day to show up. You talk about McDavid or Crosby, right? And those kind of players. Talk about Elias Pettersson. I think Stefan Manberg can know maybe about the story. But is that Pettersson have the key of the rink in Sweden? And Sweden don't have a lot of rink. So the dad Pettersson sent his son the morning at 5 o'clock every morning to shoot the puck and skating. So a lot of players, what they become, it take a practice. They are not born to be only said, oh, I don't need to do anything. I just want to shoot the puck, skating, and go. We don't see what they do behind the scenes. We don't think what kind of sacrifice their life to have that kind of passion and dream and goal they want to be. But we have exception. The greatest is easier. But the other have to work. I'll be honest with you. It's the same thing with each one of you. When you go to school, you're not perfect on each one. And math, history, geography, or French, or language. Somewhere you study more. Some was easier. Same thing for hockey. Mechanic is easier. But you have to work hard every day. But Mike Keane or Lekonen have to work harder to stay in the league. McDavid, you have to perform to get the money he gets. So it's different about the mindset. Stefan, I got it. Do you think the player coming back will be Devarek? Danny Viano, welcome aboard. First time. Hopefully you subscribe. And thanks for being a part of the show this morning. 36 hours ago, almost 48 now, I predict Montreal will trade for Devarek. I look like I'm going to be wrong, but that would be the player I was looking for. You know, at the end of the day, Bergevin don't have to trade anybody. He can let him go, Kotkaniemi go, and then keep the 2 draft and try to find this from the intern and see what's happening from today until next week. What you need to do right now is to figure out this matchup or have to wait. That's the key behind everything. Coach, what kind of system do you think will benefit Kotkaniemi to maximize his talent? You think Carolina would be the perfect place? Do you think it would be perfect to go to Florida, Los Angeles? I think Carolina would be a great place for him. Over there, they're already thinking to put him on the winger with Nikash and Torek. So they will let him a chance to play hockey. That's what I feel. Everybody all week I said it's a 40-player point easily in NHL. They already have a contract 5 years at $4 million for the after if he signed with the Carolina Hurricanes. So everything is in place for him. They all make a plan. They already tell him what he needs to do. So when you say he's going to be a 4th center, I'm telling you right now, he's not going to be a 4th center. And they will put him a chance to become successful. That's what I feel about it. Big game here, Sweden, Spain. Is it in soccer? You definitely need a special type of player with the proper mindset to play in Montreal, Toronto. You did it. Welcome aboard, Carl Henry, another subscriber. We are getting to get 1,650 very soon. Type, you're absolutely right about this one. It's not for everybody. And more younger you show up, harder it is. That's simple. If more higher you are on the draft by the Montreal Canadiens, Toronto, harder it is. So you have to be great mindset and lock yourself every single day. It takes a bit to work to become a player. Absolutely right, Shaman. Shaman, welcome aboard. Shaman, maybe I pronounced bad your name, but at the end of the day, welcome aboard. Another new person. Don't forget to click on the likes. I really like your comments, by the way. Who do you see having a breakout year for Laval? Anyone making a big club? Jan Maziak is really the one I'm looking for next year. I really believe this kid is amazing. I think he have a lot of upside down, and he don't have a lot of chance to play that season because first he was hurt also. But I think he will get that opportunity for Laval Rocket. I think is the one I think could be really interesting to follow about that. For me, also, Norlander will be interesting to follow up over there. Whatever he played with Montreal or the Laval Rocket is back over there. That's someone I need to follow up. So it'll be interesting about him. But Maziak is really, really the one we need to follow for the upcoming season. By the way, I'm coming with a couple of videos about the under 25 years old prospect with the Montreal Canadiens. I'm going to create a series of 5 days with those prospects. Hello, it's been a year since Zito was hired. Yes, sir. 1 year ago, Bill Zito get hired. A look about what happened with the Panthers. First of all, but the monkey back in the house. Michael, to back on your answer, Michael, I would say to you, Barkov, 10 million, 10.5, Huberdeau around that money, and Ekblad is going to be about $9 million. And Huberdeau, I'm not sure he will get 8 years. He's already 29. I expect at least a 6 year. Barkov is already a deal I'm pronounced to you right now. It's going to be signed for the next couple of days or weeks before the season starts. 8 years at $10.5 million. Ekblad, I'll be telling you, it's a $9 million for 8 years. That's my expectation. In 80s, you could become a hockey player with distance sacrifice. Nowadays, it's way harder, risky, and unhealthy career. It's different way, right? And every generation or decade, whatever you call it, right, is different. Those days now, the kid have a nutrition coach, a video coach, a power skating coach, a skill coach, a mindset coach, off-ice coach. The guy can surround himself with 7, 8 people and to get better, the one who have a really good talent. So, and again, it's not easy to make the NHL. So the chance, the percentage is not big. So you're absolutely right about that one over there, Shema. 49 years ago tonight, Russia 7, Canada 3. Thanks for remind us this part. I'm not sure if you agree with this, but this is my contract that the Panthers should sign Alexander Barkov to that 5-year deal with an average annual value for a year. Is that too little? Completely out. If you pay Barkov at 14.5, you completely screw your salary cap because the salary cap is 81.5. Secondly, he become the best hockey player in NHL to be paid. That's another problem. And thirdly, you're going to have to trade Huberdeau, Ekblad to give that kind of money. Because we live at the salary cap, everything like that. What he can do is this part. He can maybe raise the contract the first 2 years at $7 million and then increase the money. After that, you can give him a signing bonus, everything like that. But the AAV have to be at $10.5 million. And why you going to give him a chance to only for 5 years? He's going to become a UFA at 30 years old. Now he turned 25. He's 25, turned 26. You set up him for 8 years. He's going to become UFA at 34 years old. You get the prime of him, the peak of his career, and you get him for a long time. So the longer you get, better is for the situation. And I'm talking about Barkov. So I think for me, 5 at 14, completely wrong. It's not about the money. It's a longevity. You can get that kind of players and your team. So at that moment, Barkov will be smiling to get that contract, and Panthers struggle to get that team for many years together because they cannot afford to get a $14.5 million. And any team right now cannot afford to have $14.5 million. Hello, Coach. Carey Price in the house. How is Angela? Hope also we say bye-bye to Bergevin. The situation with Kike is a comedy. Bergevin look like a clown. Not really, Carey, on that one, because I disagree with you. First, why? Because Bergevin, he was right to offer him a $2.5 million. That's what the money he deserved, Kotkaniemi. What's happening right now, the Hurricanes offer a sheet what Bergevin could not do anything about that. Right? Kotkaniemi won a $3.5 million contract right now, about 2 or 3 more years. I don't think so. It was the money to get there. The average that Kotkaniemi should deserve is about $2.5 million. Now, they have other team. We can talk about this, of course, right? Where why the player was on the scratch, everything like that. That's something they have to. Only way I would say to you, Bergevin or the Montreal Canadiens, he did not develop properly Kotkaniemi. That's the only thing I would say to you about that. Secondly, Kotkaniemi is not happy to be in Montreal for any particular reason because he got scratched, everything like that. But at a young age, you suck it up. That's it. You don't have to complain about you don't play, you play, you don't play, you play. That's a minor mindset of PD players. Oh, I want to play in Carolina, I'm going to be more happier. So we have a problem, the personality about Kotkaniemi. That's the only thing I would say it's negative about Kotkaniemi. On the flip side, I feel Kotkaniemi is going to be a 40-point to 60-point in the NHL. Can they resign him at 6.1? I don't think so. Can Montreal keep him? I don't. It will be completely negative. For the players, for the team. Doesn't want to be here. He's going, how he can support all the boo or all the screaming about him when he don't score after 5 games. The inconsistency of Kotkaniemi is his biggest enemy right now. All right? And then he came back with 5 goals in 56 games. Now you say, oh, he did not play with this. You have the talent, he can score more. We'll be interesting about this, but I would say a couple of blame is about Bergevin. To put everything on him is not right. And the team where we make the final this year is because of Marc Bergevin. Without Marc Bergevin, that team don't make the finals. So Marc Bergevin built that team. You have a reason why. But now, is it his fault? What's going on right now? I don't think so. Overall, it's all his fault. The Carolina Hurricanes tried to put Bergevin in Montreal on the one situation, laughing him back to him. Will depend how the Marc Bergevin is going to respond. Will be interesting how he's going to respond about that. We have to see what he's going to do. A trade, let him go, keep him, everything like that. We don't know if Montreal Canadiens for the last 2 days talk with Kotkaniemi right now and his agent and the players. We don't know if Dominic Charm sit with him, said, look, that's what's happening, and that's the reason. Are you willing to come back here? Do you want to be with the Montreal Canadiens? Don't worry about the money right now. Are you going to be happy if we give you this, and this? We don't know. We are not behind the wall. We don't know what kind of conversation they have. So the end is really what we're going to hear for the next 48 hours, what could happen. But to put all the blame on Bergevin, I don't think so. Like I said the last 20 minutes, I think the development of Kotkaniemi was not properly to him to become successful. That would be my conclusion about that situation, because I think at 18 years old to become the center, what an expectation of what they think he should be. And the second thing, I think, is going to be always compare of Montreal did not select Brady Tkachuk. And put yourself right now as a Kotkaniemi and be compared all the time with this is getting tired. And Carolina, he will not going to have any pressure. The chance to perform more in Carolina are better for him. And again, I respect what you said, but I'm not sure it's all about him. I tried to catch up with everything about that one there. Good morning, Luke, and welcome aboard. Hello, Buddy Monkey. Edblin has 4 years left on his contract. I'm not worried at 7. What do you think about pulling for sure with CH? I'm looking good. I think Montreal want to give him a chance. I think Montreal want him to step up. He have an opportunity right now to step up. How his wrist is, I don't know. When you have an injury with wrist, Maybe the injury to come back is 4 weeks, 6 weeks. But it takes longer time to perform with a full healthy. So we don't know about that situation. But I think right now it's Poland's chance to step up. He can be a part of that lineup if he wants to make it. Would be interesting. I'm excited to see him, how he's going to respond now about that with Montreal Canadiens. Coach, this is my contract. Yeah, the Panthers should sign Huberdeau to 6 years with an average annual of $50 million. Is too much or too little, in your opinion? Too much. You have no player in NHL. Anthony, you can put me all the 14, 15, 16, but the value is not there right now. The value of NHL is about $8 million, $10 million because of salary cap. So that's what happened. Why does Bergeron look like a clown carry? He is in a win-win situation. I'm not sure it's a win-win situation, honestly. The time would tell because we see what's happening. But it's how he's going to respond with that challenge he has this week. He's going to reevaluate after that. You know, and that reminds me a little bit when they trade Subban against Weber. 85% people scream to Bergeron. And right now, Bergeron look great about that. Every time you make a trade, every time you sign a player, every time you make an action in hockey, you have to wait years and years to figure out who is the winner of that trade. Is it worth it? It was not worth it. You make mistake, we know, but every GM make mistake. So at some point, but listen, we made the finals. We just came back the Stanley Final. Someone take a great decision there. You have to give credit as some people when they do this well. But you have to also to blame some people when they don't do well. But geez, we never been to final for the last 28 years. We have to celebrate something somewhere. But again, now you have to see what's next for him. It's over. Everything is behind us. We have to move on now. What's next? What's coming for 2021, 2022? And what we're looking for is a second center. Can we keep Kotkaniemi at 6.1? That's the biggest question of the week at that moment. If the Panthers sign back up for less than 10 million, that's a steal by the monkey. I will surprise. I expect him at 10-15. Do you know any information on the Nordic? I don't know if you talk about the past or what's coming. I don't see the Nordic, Quebec Nordic in the next 5 years at least, until Gary Bettman will be around. And with the contract they signed with 7 years, I don't see Quebec Nordic inside the NHL and the future at that moment. Everything could change. Everything could happen, right? But at that moment, I don't see this. Carrie, when Bergeron made that offer to the Carolina, Molson was well aware of what he was doing. What Carrie Bergeron made that offer to Carolina? I'm not sure, Shane Salmon, what you mean. Cassie Massenstad contract, is that what I expect from Casper Bridge? Yes, Johnny, I agree with you. About 500,000 less or more, but that's what should be around that kind of money. I agree with you. Boo! Boo, boo. I don't know, shame up, but boo. The other thing about KK to keep in mind is that he was taken early because Montreal needed a center. He should have gone between 7 drafts, especially was sit at. Absolutely right. In our time about that one, you nail it. And it became a situation him where it's not his fault. Right? Coach, for me, I think he will have benefit just to get traded to Florida. You have them on the right wing on the first line with Barkov as well. But it's easy to say that, Anthony, but you have to trade for him or you get on a first sheet and Florida have no money. So we would like to have, McDavid or Tressel or Marner, but it's not, to talk that way, it's easy. But to apply or do it, it's another thing. You think the offer Canada made the KK will set the NHL standard for other players to get KKH? Not really, Chen Salmon, because 99.9 people know he don't deserve that kind of money. It just take a benefit of the Montreal situation for the salary cap, everything like that. And they took advantage of the situation in Montreal to get this, to pay back for what they did to Carolina a couple of years ago. I don't feel the same way. I think Montreal did well with Ao because Ao deserved every dollar of his contract. Kotkaniemi, at that moment, he does not deserve that money. We don't know next year. I don't know in 2 years and 3 years. But tonight, Today, he does not deserve that kind of money. How he deserve it, right? And that was sent up. But Kotkaniemi, is it another Dustin Penner? Is it another Ao? We don't know yet. Until he prove he can be that kind of player. Is Drouin going to succeed as a center? I don't think so. I don't see that way. No, Drouin is not going to be successful. All he goes is they play somewhere else so he can betray him. Coach, I feel bad for Chisbury development staff. Coach in Montreal didn't take the time to put on them. This is great comments about this, Anthony, about Kotkaniemi development. Final. One Piquet was straight. Getting Weber was fantastic. I could not have been happier for the return. It's a two-front player, right? Two-front kind of people. And I think we did not judge deeper the trait. We only see we lost Sullivan. We only see we losing someone. But the eyes was on this. The eye was not what we get back. And that's the way. And that proved at the end it was right. It's not always right. Look what happened with Sergachev with Drouin. I joined from this lake. You will like my team name. Awesome. Yarmo. Good. Welcome back, Mr. Zenith. Come in. On souhaite une très belle journée à Zayela. Présentement à l'école. Peut-être c'est l'heure du lunch présentement. Donc, elle va peut-être nous écouter un peu plus tard. Donc, on lui souhaite une très belle journée. On va la revoir ce soir. On va lui souhaiter un gros bonsoir. By the way, for everybody is on the show today, it's maybe your first time. Don't forget, every night we have a show at 9 o'clock p.m. We'll be back tonight, 9 p.m. Usually in the morning, we are with a co-host, Michael DiVillano. Unfortunately, he's right now at the training camp for the Everett Silver Stick. He's the director scouting pro players for the team, or not pro player, for the player development with the Everett Stick and the WHL. That's the reason he's now here with us this moment. Merci, je le ferai écouter à quelle heure. You are awesome. Thank you, Zenith. Anthony, I'm confused. Can you explain how an offer sheet works? Is the same thing as a reserve FRENCHY where they can get percentage on the draft pick? Yes, that's similar about that one over there. So when you become an RFA, you can access to be offering to get an offer for any team in NHL. So when you get an offering, they have a different level. More you get money, more the other team get draft pick back. So that's how it works. You know, at 6.1666, you get a first round pick, a second round pick, or a third round pick, something like that. And then the more you get money to the players offering, that's where you get more round pick about that one over there. So so that's the only player can get an offer sheet is as a RFA. If you are a UFA, you become free. So the team have the rights on you, but they don't have the right anymore. You become a UFA. So that's the difference between a restriction free agent. A restriction free agent is you have two ways to get there. So you have to become a younger to 26 years old, right? And you have also to have a 3 years experience in NHL. So if you show up at 23, 24, like Kaprizov, he still have to wait until he get that kind of the longevity. And then also when you become drafted, the first contract you get in NHL is called the ELC, a non-3-level contract. And the max money you can get is $925,000. You can get an 832 with a signer's bonus. You can get a little bit more by the signer's bonus, but you cannot access about that one over there. So that's how it works in contract. Hopefully this answer you, if you don't mind, if it's good. The kickers decision is taking longer you will all like. For me, this need to very good trade and place for the film they have to match. Johnny, Bergeron take time because you have many things going on around. So you have a different evaluation to do on many ways, right? So you can keep him, let him go. And after that, what we do? If he goes, what our decision? Can we see the lineup we have right now? Can we keep the trade, keep those 2 picks and waiting a little bit longer? Can we trade right now? So I think at that moment, it's not about the longer is a problem right now for Bergeron, is study what is the best scenario for the Montreal Canadiens. The time to talk with Kotkaniemi, the agent, everything like that. Take the time with other teams. And then what is the best trade they can get on the market? We never talk about Calgary. We never talk about Vancouver. When we have another team, we don't know right now, they maybe talk. They maybe talk with Anaheim. They maybe talk with Los Angeles Kings. We don't know. They maybe make a bigger trade. We don't know yet. So I think that's the key about that one there. Merci, je vais faire écouter Kayla ensemble. Need to more likes, give coach a thumbs up. Will be appreciated. Johnny Golden. Mr. Rusty Sponsner in the house. Spooner. First of all, Rusty, welcome back. Secondly, I want to mention this to you. We talk about you for the last 2 days. We mentioned you a lot of time. I said, Rusty came in the morning, he would come the night. We talk about these Islanders, and now the Islanders signed 4 players, 5 with Parisien, and we lost Rusty for the last couple of weeks. So hopefully, welcome back, first of all. Thanks. What do you think about you Islanders? What do you think about their signature? And thanks to join us. I really, really appreciate that. Johnny Golden, they can let him go, take the pick on the depth draft, gave Drouin Evan pointing the chance of success. Yeah, other way they can do that and then turn everything on that. Suzuki Shema offer sheet will be $12 million, 5 years, 4-1 round pick. Yeah, so I don't think that's what you think that will offering to him, but I understand what you mean by that part. Everything over $9 million, I believe, or 9.25 or something like that, you get a four-time first-round pick. Could be 8.5. I don't have the number in front of me. I have to look about this, but that's the way it works, Shay, man. Great comments from you, buddy. We love to having you. Thanks to join us. Don't forget, we have a show every morning, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, and also every night, buddy, 9 o'clock p.m. Tell a little bit more about you. Where you coming from? We are a family here, buddy. We don't do this for money. We do this for sharing, and we have a great quality people all around the world, from Sweden, Finland, Canada, USA, and we have a great people. And tell us where you're coming from, which team do you like, and thanks again to join us. Av should cap down Drouin contract. I don't know yet. I think we have to give a chance to see what he can look like. I think, again, not easy play Montreal. That's a great example. That's a great example. He go down last year. Depression, because the pressure he got. Who knows what Kotkaniemi feel? We don't know what those kind of players. Like those guys, they are human beings. They are human beings like you and me. Maybe they have a divorce. Maybe someone, Kotkaniemi dad, he's on the hospital with cancer. I don't know how. Everybody reacts differently. Their mindset, how they think, the way they are, they're normal with happiness. The dad can talk to him every day. Now maybe he's going to die. How do you think the player feel? So it's a lot of things we don't know about who they are. I was said as a coach, know your player, care about your player, trust them, believe on them, make them confidence, make them to be respectful, make them to believe, make them a hockey player, a team concept all together. But we're not there. We just talking with no foundation about really who they are and what they have and what they do and what they want. We just feel what we see, but we really don't know at the end of the day. You're right, coach. Who knows what he will help Bergeron working on? That's the point behind this. I was working like crazy, coach. Congratulations, buddy. Swamp Hill with it. I'm happy with Lou, but I could be happier if we could get Leonard Tarasenko. That would be his next move. Then we talked about Tarasenko last night. What's the next move for Tarasenko? Can the Blues take that direction about hold on a little bit longer? Again, did the Blues, Greg Berube, maybe a player inside the team, Ryan O'Reilly, have a great conversation with Tarasenko and tell him, listen, buddy, we love you. We want you. Can you stay one more year to see what you look like? We don't know those kind of conversations inside intern locker room bodies. Have you done that? Benjamin need to sign Suzuki during the season. That will be something will happen. Don't let go like Coco. It's not the same situation. So I think the ski will be in for sure. Finland, I live here. Wow, here we go. Another Finland in the house. Are you buddy with Yamo? That's awesome. Glad to having you, buddy. I don't know if you see Yamo Vertanen inside the message earlier, buddy. He live in Finland. I don't know exactly where he live. I think he's more close where Kotkaniemi live, every time that. Saku Koivo. We love Saku here. Awesome. Thanks to be a part of the show. I don't know how you find us, but thanks. I hope you are doing good, coach. I follow you, man, on the stream too. Doing great, buddy. And great better to see you in the chat because you are awesome. Dwayne, at the end of the day, is very good playmaker. Setting him up with Hoffman and Anderson is putting him in the position to be successful. We need him. I think at that moment, that's a player. Don't let him go. Keep him. Hold him and see what happens. But put him in the chair where he can become successful. That's what I'm complaining about Montreal. They did not give a chance to Kotkaniemi to have a chance to be successful. That's the only thing I'm complaining about Montreal Canadiens. Islander can afford Tarasenko without dumping a player like Bailey. Bannerman King, I will teach you one thing. You never teach an old man, 78 old, like Lou Lamoriello, 40 years in NHL, what he cannot do. Everything is impossible. Lou Lamoriello can make this possible. I don't know how, but he will find a way to put Tarasenko in the lineup. That's how is Lou Lamoriello. So now I know he will down the point, but what not, he will not drop Komarov. Why not? They will say Tarasenko, hey, by the way, the Blues, you're going to owe $4 million, whatever it is. So we'll be interested about that. Thank you so much, Trevor Wilson, for the super chat. I appreciate it a lot, buddy. Thank you so much. Trevor Wilson, $5 here for winning the cup with this year. Here it is first. The Washington Capitals going to win the Stanley Cup for the upcoming season, 2021-2022. And Trevor, can they win without Shara? I predict Ovechkin is going to score 44 goals for next season. And hopefully Samson will have a better year. Hopefully he feel healthy, everything like that. But be proud of your Washington Capitals. Matthew Wise Evil in the house. Welcome aboard. Trevor, welcome aboard also. Matthews Nylander play today. Johnny, yes, he play. I don't know, at 2 o'clock. I need to follow up with this part. You mean Islanders, Shema? Ooh, possible. I don't know. I maybe missed something. 7,200 viewers for the video. Thank you so much, Johnny, to keep up with the number. Our last contract, I had too many things. Hello, I have 41.28 million to play with. We can lend him. Yes, honey. The thing with trading with the Blue is the playoff contender. Well, they not want picks, maybe a prospect like Wallstrom. I would not trade Wallstrom for Tarasenko about that. I'm not sure what's going on with the St. Louis Blues, guys. More the deeper, more they are worse. What I said, Coach, it's a lot of big money to sign him at 6.25 Parayko. The trade for Justin Falk, I don't think it was the right things. The trade to get the sign UFA Torrey Krug at $6.5 million for 6 years. I don't think it was a good one. Why not to give that kind of money to Pietrangelo? You have maybe the top 5 defensemen in NHL. Your captain, been there, know how this works. Why you let him go? Again, it's easy to say that. Maybe Pietrangelo does not want to come back. Who knows, right? but I don't see St. Louis getting better. I believe right now they are only a wild card. That's what my feeling. You mean they have 4.1? That's what I think they have. That's what he tried to say. Picking Sherrod was a mistake on the part, I think, honestly. Yes, I think the personality of Sherrod does not fit with Capitals. That's maybe the biggest mistake about that one over there. But I think, it was not bad. But again, Sherrod, his age is not great. So at some point, I can understand you. But I feel more the personality does not fit inside of, because it's more hyper, or it's more hype inside the Washington Capitals. It's more like party guys, have fun, and everything like that. It's more serious. It's more straight in Boston Bruins. That's what it's from. And I think the personality of Sherrod does not fit with Washington. And that's what you have to pay a little bit more different thing. But that's what I feel like you are right, Trevor. I think you need a defenseman or players fit inside of who they are, the culture of Washington. I think you're right about that. I agree with you. I'm Ovechkin. Welcome aboard, Ovechkin. Say hi. Don't stop to my house. You live about 6 blocks of me. Ovechkin, hopefully you're doing well in Florida. Great player, just the slow for the cap space. Yes, Trevor. The cap is 82.5 for Islanders with 41.28 to play with. We found the Tampa Bay loophole. It was a mistake for the Blues to let it go, Pietrangelo. I agree with you about that. Yes, Trevor. Thank you, buddy. Tampa Bay out the cap limit. Yeah. We know what's happening. But again, they play with the rules, right? They find a way to play around the rules, everything like that. So for me, everybody can do the same thing. So at the end of the day, I cannot complain. They prove on the ice they are a great hockey team. We'll see what they can do this year. Back to back to back. They are going to be a great team to win this year. I don't think so, because we said the Washington Capitals is going to win this year. That's what Trevor said. So we'll see what's happening, but it will be interesting. The Islanders salary cap got bumped up to $82 million. Again, I think they will trade Richard Panik. They'll let him go, and then I think they will find a way, maybe try to trade Komarov. I think Zizikas right now step up for the Komarov pick with Trajak and Parise. I think they don't need Komarov anymore. That would be my. But Lula Mariel always loved Komarov. He still have one more year at $3.something million per year. Coach, who are your top 5 center? Oh, McDavid, Matthews, Barkov. I need to think a little bit more, right away like this. And I think I have to go with Bergeron. Bergeron have to be my top 5 there. Because now you have a 2 Whipplers. You have Barkov, a little bit similar. Right? You have McDavid, can make it. Can you put Tressalt as a center there too? Or winger? I don't know. But Leon Tressalt have to be on that lineup over there for sure. Will the Rangers reach the playoff next season? They are a team I love to watch. I watch a lot of games per day and every night and during the weeks, Shema. But I think the Rangers have a possibility to be a wild card and makes a lot of trouble other team. I think they are them, Flyers, Pittsburgh is another team. I think Pittsburgh is going to be a little bit lower, down. Can they make the playoff? I'm not sure. The Islanders, Hurricane, our 2 teams should make the playoff. There will be a battle between Washington after that with them. And then the Pittsburgh can have enough to make this happening. But the Rangers guy on the increasing, or they are on the higher. And I think that's the team could be surprised. You have a team who said like the wildcard team where people, I'm not sure. I think the Rangers can become. They have a lot of young players. They have a good team. They have a better defenseman. The goaltender is solid. And they change a little bit. And you have also a new coach over there. I feel good about the Rangers. Feel really good. Not much happening with the middle and the offseason. Looks at what they signed the secondary and the third about their player, right? You talk about Case, Richie, Blondin. They have maybe confidence on Nick Robinson over there, and but because they have no money, that's the problem they got. Yeah, the money is not good enough. McKinnon, here we go. See, I was, like I said, Yager. Well, Yager Matthew was more like a young a winger. He's not part of the NHL anymore. It's funny the butterfly, the effect of the Tom Wilson hit the Puchnevich. Yeah, of course. Coach is my friend's call. We are at lunch. Welcome aboard, Matthew. Thanks to sign up. Hopefully you're a member. Thanks to be a part of that. And we welcome you. Look forward to see you next time. Enjoy your lunch. Glad to see you both together here about that. But I think, yeah, let's start over. McKinnon, McDavid, Barkov, that's 3. I need to put Bergeron there. I know he's 35 years old, but Bergeron, guys, he can cover both ways. I know Barkov is similar, but I think Bergeron step up to be a top 5. His age is a problem. But again, Matthews there also. Pretty good overall with that part. It's a great lineup to start. Don't forget to get another, while we are on again, because Coach loves to talk. We're still 12-18. I know with Michael we shut down earlier, but with me we can go a little bit longer. I can be up here until 12:30, I believe. I'll be fine. Rusty said, Hurricane and Panthers make me nervous as an Inland fans. Rack messed up by going to AV with Enforcer. They won last season. The first was Sun Rangers, yeah. Rusty, I like the Islanders with Barry Trotz, but it would be harder and harder. Would be how they were going to work about. How do you rate Eriksson, AK? Well, he really got, he really showed last season what kind of player he is. He's getting better on the two-way center. I think he's underrated. He's signing an amazing, great new contract with the Minnesota Wild, and I think he's underrated on my book. He reminds me a little bit, and I don't know he can reach that level, but he reminds me a lot William Karlsson for the Vegas Golden Knights. Remember when Karlsson was playing with San Jose Sharks? He never reached that kind of player he became. And I think that's what happening to Eriksson AK last season. The way he elevated his game, he showed to the rest of the league what kind of player he is, everything like that. So for me, he have a really, really great players. I'll be honest with you. The Minnesota Wild would be interesting. What happened with Kaprizov? They signed Fiala. What happened with Al Parise? Not a problem. I think Sutter could be a problem. They tried to patch up with a couple of defensemen, like Jordy Ben and Koklowski. Alex Koklowski. I can pronounce bad his last name, but I think. What do you think about Eriksson retiring? I think so too. It could happen. It's another, he's reached a level where the money is not a problem anymore. He loves to live in Minnesota. Is a window guy. I would say to you, is not a guy live in Florida. So it would be interesting about this, what happened with him. But I don't see, because he's really at the high level. I think he really dropped last season. And maybe a team want him at the last minute to pack up the roster, like they did what happened with Joe Thornton. But I think that's the end for him. We see what Montreal Canadiens, a couple of flash highlights, but not constantly like Corey Perry. But I don't feel he will get somewhere. Will Pavelski pursue dip with him being at 36? It's funny about him, okay? You talk about Joe Pavelski. In the last 2 years, we expect him to drop. He looked like he's getting better and better every year. A little bit what Brett Marchand does at 34, 33, 34 years old. So we expect him to drop. But again, he had a chance last year to play more because Tyler Seguin, you talk about a great second center at any team in NHL, that's Joe Pavelski. Can we find a diamond like him in NHL? Then he left, the San Jose Shark guy struggled. That's a great pick for the Dallas Star. I believe Seguin have more. I think the way Jimmy Ben played hurt him. The physicality and all, he paid the price about that one there. Tyler Seguin, I think the off-season going to helping him. But again, Seguin become now a bit a different player like Crosby, right? You're going to get what, 20 goals, 60 points. I think for me it will be a great number for him. Have a great night. Have a great day. Buddy Monkey, see you tonight. Say hi to your buddy, Matthew, I believe. And thanks, tell him again to join us today. I appreciate it. I think the Jets take the West with Chicago coming in. It's the Avalanche chance for the Cup. The A will be up under me, but I will always say the Islanders, of course, Rusty. The Jet is the team I believe will be surprised. Chicago, with all the chance, will be a surprise to watch this. Florida, with a new player, will be a team to watch on that division, right? And then on the Metropolitan, I really believe what the Rangers going to do. That's really the team I'm looking for on that division over there. But the Atlantic division is strong. The Metropolitan is strong. I think the West is weak, right? The Central is not bad, but a couple of teams not great over there. But it'll be interesting about that one over there, how they're going to turn around and everything like that. So great conversation for sure for each one of you this morning. Great to see Shaman and the house today. Great to see also Matthew and you. Roger Delaney in the house. I don't think so, Roger. At least something happening right now. I'm not on the social media notification because I'm talking to you guys. If you got any update or what things going on around the league, let me know. But I did not see anything yet to do that about that. So I don't know if something's going on, everything like that. But don't hesitate to tell me what's going on, if anything about that. Great question, Sherman. You remind me a little bit in our tap. I don't expect a lot. I didn't like what they did overall. I know what Francis. I feel like Ron Francis build that team for a little bit longer, like a long term, and not on the short term. So it would be interesting. Did he get with analytics or data, everything like that? But I feel like they don't have a great center. They don't have that kind of the highlights, what the Vegas have. They have two great goaltenders. I think they're strong defensively. Their D is pretty solid, 4D. But I think their line in the middle, it's not great. So it'll be really interesting about that one over there. I never be excited about Jordan Eberle. We know what Gord can do, but Gord is maybe on the wrong chair. So I think I have a couple of pieces of players on the right chair. Jaden Schwartz, I don't know. Alex Wenberg, can you repeat what he did with Florida Panthers? He's the guy we saw the Columbus with 10 goals per year, or 4 goals. The last year he played with Tortorella, or he's the Wenberg we see with Florida Panthers. Is it performed because he played with Huberdeau? They don't have that kind of winger over there. So for me, I don't see how they can make the playoff. I'll be honest with you. If I had to put $10 for who's going to make the playoff, I would say the Los Angeles Kings have better chance to make the playoff at the Kraken at that moment. Or I would feel more comfortable to see this way. I don't see Anaheim to make it. I don't see San Jose to make it. Calgary will have I don't know about Calgary, guys. I don't feel good about them. I feel great about the Winnipeg Jets. And what Vancouver going to do? What direction they're going to do? I feel like they don't perform until December. Travis Green guy could become the first coach in NHL to get fired this year. Sorry, I cannot stay long, but I will be back again, Coach. Take care, everyone. Let's see you again. It's always a pleasure, Rossi. We miss you, and thanks to stop by. It's always a pleasure having you around us, and you're welcome the morning or the evening. And go, Islanders, go. And I wish you an amazing, great year. Look forward to see you next time, buddy. Johnny Golden, Jordan Harris is a prospect most likely to be actioned in a trade deal. I think so, too. I think that's the one. He have a good resume right now in NCAA. I don't know how he can transform or carry on that type of player from NCAA to the NHL? Is it like a defense 4-5-6 or a defense more like a 3? I don't know. We're never going to know until he play. He have nothing against the Montreal Canadiens to go back over there. He want to complete his graduation. He become the captain over there, and he go to that route and that road, and it's okay with that path. By the end of the day, it will be interesting. I think a lot of teams would like to have Jordan Harris. It's a good card or wild card for the Montreal to put in the trade. Donskey is a good Finnish Kraken player, versatile player like Armia. Yeah, it's a type. He's always get that kind of team over there. But I think for him, he need to have a matchup. So we're talking about coach. He needs to have a good center with him. By himself, he cannot do it. So for me, who can complete him? It's not him complete the center. It's the center complete Donskey. So Donskey did well with San Jose. Because with Couture Pavelski, he did with Colorado. He played a lot of minutes with McKinnon also on power play, everything that. So that's what I'm looking for. So it'll be interesting about him next season. Is a player I want to look in. He could have 25 goals, yes. He has the potential to do it, for sure. Coach, you should join the NHL. I would love to. My age is a problem. I show up too late. But it's all good. I appreciate that much, you. Having an amazing, great day at the school, by the way. Again, I just want to re-invite everybody. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. That's the only homework we give to you. Secondly, if you want to join the membership of the Hockey Nations live show, you can join for as small amount of $2.99. And thirdly, you get contents every single day by email. Thirdly, we have a show every night. Just want to remind you, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. And of course, Monday to Saturday night. We are off usually Sunday, but not this Sunday. We'll be back Sunday night this week. And then, of course, we have a show every morning at 11 o'clock. We are the only YouTube channel creator of hockey contents. We do show up 2 times per day and produce at least 1 or 2 videos. And don't forget, we have the vote every morning. We have a pool at 6 a.m. in the morning. You can vote. We're getting better. More and more people vote. That's great to see this. And then also at 7 o'clock p.m., we are the only one create a 1-minute video about all the news around the league. And 1 minute, you can find this all on the YouTube channel. Coach, how we can find this? It's easy. When you subscribe, click on the little bell beside for your notifications. So every time something's going on or showing up, you get the notification on your phone or your desktop. And that's the way to follow not only the Hockey Nation Live Show. They have a lot of great people do the great contents about hockey. And that's why we get here. We're not here to hiding or to say we are the best. We're not the best. Well, we are good. We create a great culture of family, and we welcome everybody with respect. And that's the beauty of what we are, the Hockey Nation Live Show. A lot of people are thinking Lekanen could be the roster player. They could go in the trade. Well, he is the one right there, right? I think he brings a lot of work ethic. I think he's not underrated. The only problem Lekanen, and I don't know if he can come back with the 18 goal he did during his first year. Is another product of the Finland country where they produce a lot of great players with skill, vision, and smart players. That's what Lekanen is, right? I think he's a great bottom 6. He can a great hockey player, utility for any team want to make the Stanley Cup. That's the kind of player you like. The only thing I would say, I wish he can score a little bit more. If he can reach every year 15 goals per year, a 30-point year, with what he does on PK, on special team, I think Lekanen is really util to any team in NHL. He deserves that kind of money. I think he's a good fit for the Montreal Canadiens. I would not trade him. I would trade Bud Biron before him. Hi, I'm Lyndon Keaton's brother. Welcome, Lyndon. Welcome aboard, buddy. Glad to see you. So, honestly, you are in Calgary. in Canada, you have a lightning strike emoji. Are you a Tampa Bay Lightning fans? Or you are like your brother, the Calgary Flames and the Calgary Edmonton fans? We know everybody, guys. And we try to remember everybody where you're coming from. Sometimes I don't get it. But sometimes it's easier for me to stick the city. Like Shaman, the next time you show up, tell me now, I will go tell him, welcome from Finland, Shaman. But Roger Delaney, I still not remember where you're coming from. And I apologize, Roger. Yeah, like my brother. Awesome, Lyndon. Your brother is amazing. He's a great kid. Great. We love him a lot. Thanks to join up. Hopefully you subscribe to the show. The lightning strike is a Kenta unique. I love it. I love your emoji, by the way. A little bit like the S and kiss. That's another subject we can talk about. But yeah, I love what you, I like it. Hopefully you're going to show up a little bit more often. Because your brother is a good kid. He's a good person. So, guys, not because I'm leaving because I don't love you. I'm leaving because we have to produce more video, more subject, more contents. And usually the show is about only 90 minutes, 60 minutes. We already hit the 90 minutes. So I'm switching it right now, and I will be see. All right, Linton. Likonen has high value for Canadiens, but very low trade value. I think Likonen, you're not going to get a big trade value one-to-one, but you're going to put him a good value on the package deal. So a 2-player package deal, a 3-player package deal. I think that would be good value about that one. I think they can get like a first-round pick and Likonen to the Coyotes to get Devorak. I think that's great. That's what Likonen bring on the market. It's a good value on a package deal trade for the Montreal Canadiens. But absolutely, I agree with you. It's a low market value on the 1-versus-1. I don't see him to get a second-round pick. I think it'll be more a third, fourth overall round pick for him. A third is really what I believe he get in return. Again, you have a lot of players like Likonen in the NHL, don't friend type. But when you have a guy like him on the team, at the bottom 6, at $3 million, a little bit high, but you enjoy to have that kind of players. He's still young, still good things to go. So, guys, time to go. We wish you an amazing, great rest of Thursday. Whatever you are around the world, just want to remind you one more thing. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Thank you so much for an amazing, great show. Again, the early edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show without Michael DeVilleneuve. Today, hopefully Michael's going to join us tomorrow at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Thanks again to see each one of you. We love you. We wish you an amazing, blessing Thursday. And I will see you for the next video tonight, 9 o'clock p.m. with the Power Play Show with the Go Hockey Coach Guru, Coach FRENCHY. An amazing, great day, everybody. Should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? We're just putting on a show. Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? I need to open my eyes and get a touch of that reality, don't want another surprise.